Welcome back, gang. Today, one of the most important things in training, the equation between stress and rest. This is something a lot of people actually know, but they never really apply it, and that makes it really hard for them to be sufficient with their training. Okay, so the equation is super simple. A lot of people know that they need to add stress, which is training. So we add stress, but then they also need to add rest, because stress plus rest equals growth. So that's the main thing that we're working for or looking for, right? We want growth, we want to adapt, we want to get better. So here's the problem. This is actually like a swing. So it needs to be equal that you get growth out of this. What a lot of people do, sadly, they use stress and not enough rest, and that doesn't get anything out of it. So you're just going to be stressed and you're going to slippery slope down, and there won't be any growth. This is unequal growth. So this is really no growth and just burnout. On the other hand, though, if you don't work out enough and you have too many rest days, you're not consistent with your training, you're resting too much, that also is no growth in there. So what you really want is the equal. Stress plus rest is growth. That's the main formula. So what does count into stress? It's not just training, which is super obvious, but also life stress. So that means life stress can be anything from work, could be emotional stress, anything. We have a certain capacity that we're able to manage in terms of stress, you know. So imagine this. This is your capacity for stress, okay, in any given day. And then you have, well, let's say this is work, and then you only have this left here for training. And a lot of people think, I want to train more, I want to push further, I want to push harder. So they try to overfill this bucket, and then it falls over, and then you need even more rest. But you can only do so much of the rest portion. What is rest anyway? Rest is sleep, nutrition, and self-care, which is a broader topic, but self-care can be anything from meditation, like sauna, massages, reading, walking, everything that calms your system down pretty much. So if you overdo the stress part, you're overfilling your bucket, and that means you need even more rest. But this is the hard part here. The rest section is what a lot of people don't do enough of. They think, 6 hours of sleep is fair enough, it's totally fine. I have 2 kids. Well, I don't have a lot of time to train in these easy zones, so I gotta push even harder, and then they overfill their stress bucket, and that's where it really goes south. So what you want to do, again, you take your stress section, you want to make sure, okay, life works out. Okay, training on top of it. Okay, so you have your bucket here, and you keep something in there. You don't want to overfill. Okay, put in here work and training. So you want to keep this section here kind of as a buffer for anything that can happen in your life. If you overfill your bucket with training and work to the top already, then it will spill over as soon as something goes wrong at home. And you don't want that. You want to have a buffer. And the same actually applies for the rest section. You want to make sure that, you get enough sleep in, and that you full well. This is the opposite. You want to fill this up as much as possible, So you want to keep this to a certain buffer here, and on the other side here, you want to fill this up with sleep, nutrition, and you want to make sure you prosper and your recovery is really on point. And this will equal growth. So you will grow and adapt to the stress that you put in. Stress is breaking you down. Rest is building you up. And these two together in a good, equal manner will make you better. You will adapt to the stress and you will grow. And that's the main part of training. That is the most important thing broken down into a simple equation. If you apply this to your training, you will be ahead of 90% of the people out there. So good luck. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment, text me at info@konaendurance.com. Leave a like, a subscribe, and see you soon.